A ghost wanders through the shadows in the icy hallways of the Russian Far East, where the trees stand covered in a never-ending layer of frost, and the wind screams like a grieving mother. It is a whisper in the snow, a creature of golden fire against a landscape of white and of quiet, unseen and unheard, but always there in the breath of the wild. Traverse these barren plains is the Amur leopard, the rarest of its kind. Its forebears once roamed freely through China, Korea, and Russia, claiming lands and forests as their own. In the same way that the rivers belong to the mountains and the stars to the sky, the land was theirs. But everything wild and untamed is carved away by time, which is a harsh sculptor. Less than 150 Amur leopards are left in the wild today. Their calls become more distant, their footprints become fewer, and their entire life is precariously tethered, threatened by the wind itself. Its nationality is reflected in the name it bears. Winding through the woods, the Amur River is a magnificent artery of life, its waters whispering secrets to the trees. That the ghost of the taiga is the name given by the locals, who have lived here for ages. The way it moves, silent, invisible, gliding through the undergrowth like a cloud of golden smoke, is as remarkable as it's rare. Even after 100 walks through its forest, you could not be aware of its existence. The forest, however, is aware. The trees don't forget. The impression of its passage is cradled in the snow. Its fur, which is a work of art created by nature, is spun from sunshine and shadow. Each strand is braided with survival secrets, making it as thick as winter's breath and a barrier against the harsh Siberian cold. Its ink-etched rosettes, which swirl in golden pools and are each a distinct signature of an untamed soul, are unlike any other rosettes on its coat. Because no two spirits follow the same path, no two leopards have the same markings. This monster has been shaped by need. With its broad, furred, and cushioned paws pressing against the snow, it can move where others would sink. With the grace of a falling leaf, its lean, coiled body jumps over obstacles with silent strength. Despite not being the biggest or loudest of the great cats, it is one of the most skilled hunters and a master of patience and accuracy. The Amur leopard is a white solitary monarch, in contrast to lions who take solace in the warmth of the pride. It doesn't call for companionship or seek out company. It is a solitary shadow amid an infinite world. Each leopard establishes its own kingdom, a huge territory delineated by the deep etchings of claw against bark and the silent language of scent rather than by banners or fortifications. Since the wild does not tolerate intruders, to enter this world is to invite conflict. It doesn't chase after things heedlessly when hunger piques its interest. It waits. It observes. It does calculations. Then, movement, a whirl of will and muscle, a blow so quick that terror is subordinated to death. This is just the way things are and not cruelty or malice. Predator and prey dance in the timeless waltz of life and death, a cycle that has been in motion since the dawn of time. However, it is not wolf teeth or bear hunger that pose the most threat to the Amur leopard. It comes from human hands. The deep, wild forests that once stretched indefinitely are starting to disappear. The massive trees, which are older than memory itself, are felled, their roots allowed to decay, and their bodies reduced to timber. Previously infrequent, fires now burn unfettered, turning the wilderness to ashes. The roads, which were previously alien to this region, leave scars on the ground, dividing the leopard's environment into pieces that are too small to support its type. There's the quest after that. In underground markets, the Amur leopard's golden coat fetches a hefty price tag. Its bones are sought after for medicinal purposes, and its sheer existence is valued more like a coin than a wonder. A guardian of the taiga, a spirit of the woods, is not seen by poachers. All they see is a reward. Another soul is lost with a single bullet and a single trap. The breeze carries away another whisper. However, some people are unable to let the ghost go, despite the growing wave of devastation. As the last line between survival and extinction, conservationists fight with legislation, science, and an unwavering will, rather than with their claws and teeth. Russia's wanted land of the Leopard National Park serves as a final resort and sanctuary where these animals can roam freely. Here, they are captured on concealed cameras, proving that they are still alive, fighting, and not going down in history. Carefully planned breeding initiatives give optimism that these leopards might eventually return to the areas they were compelled to leave behind. Every captive-born cub is a promise that the tale is not yet finished. A glimmer of light in the shadows, a heartbeat in the quiet. The Amur leopard, however, is unaware that it is endangered. It is unaware that people congregate in conference rooms to talk about its future and that scientists examine its DNA to determine the harm caused by its declining population. It is unaware that armed rangers patrol the woodlands to keep it safe from human avarice, and that laws have been written in its name. Through the trees, it is just aware of the wind, snow crunching under its paws. It is surrounded by the soft hum of life. Only the hunt, the isolation, and the wild breath are familiar to it. Thus it continues to walk, a being torn between life and death, between the past and the future, between the evaporating remnants of the past and the tenuous hope of the future. However, time is rushing away from us, and before long, even the snow might lose its ability to recognize its own paw shapes. Its passage may soon be forgotten, even by the trees. It might soon be reduced to a fable, a myth told in whispers, a golden ghost buried deep in history. The Amur leopard's ability to live is no longer in doubt. The question is if we'll let it. We have to decide the answer. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more interesting videos.